In fantasy games, portals are often used to transport creatures or objects from one place to another. In the world of Warcraft, this is no different, and players are able to utilize a number of different portals to hop between various locations. The Burning Crusade, the first expansion to WoW, uses portals as a central plot point. They link matter across space, dimensions, and even time. The villains, the demons of the Burning Legion, utilize these gateways to invade worlds and keep them occupied using a steady flow of troops. In this video, we're going to be investigating a mystery surrounding 4 of these portals that ended up having quite a unique answer. As always, thank you for your fun comments and support, and with all that being said, let's get right into it. Imagine, if you would, that you are a follower of one Illidan Stormrage, a powerful sorcerer working to stop the Burning Legion at any cost. Banished from your homeland, you now find yourself on the broken world of Outland, the dying remnants of the planet Draenor, now lost in limbo in the twisting nether. It is here where Lord Illidan's empire will rise, but first, it must be ridden of demonic influence. Your first few weeks in this inhospitable realm are spent traveling through the alien landscapes, guided by your master's magic sight, finding and shutting down Legion portals, ferrying demons in from hellish dimensions. There are 4 major gateways to be found across the realm, and once these sources of reinforcement are ended, your faction is able to march on the Black Temple, seat of the Legion's power in Outland. Now, fast forward a few years, Lord Illidan has claimed the temple as his own and is building up his forces against the Legion. Shadowmoon Valley is now besieged by fiery infernals and other demons, crashing upon the doorstep of your kin. But this Burning Crusade has spilled over to much of Outland, with the Legion making an advance into this world from many angles. From your reconnaissance, it appears the simplest method for this invasion are transporters, a smaller version of a full portal that can be found at many of the Legion bases across the continent. These transporters can only carry a limited number of troops at once, but appear to be more flexible in where they can be set up. While the mechanics are not set in stone by any means, I prefer to think of it like this. A transporter is a gate that moves matter for only an instant when powered on, whereas a portal is a more stable, continuous connection between 2 points. The downside is that they are very complex in terms of creation, meaning it is much more efficient for the Legion to capture and re-establish existing portal sites. It is at this point where the infamous 4 portals once again come into play. Picked right up from the history of Warcraft 3, our Legion portals still exist to this day, and we can find evidence of them across the zones of Outland. Compared to the landscape of the RTS game, these locations look very different, but Blizzard didn't want all of Outland to look like Mars, so that explains the differences in appearance here. Let us first visit the verdant hills of Nagrand, where, high on the western plateaus, we can visit the Twilight Ridge. Here, the warlocks of the Shadow Council are attempting to reopen this portal under the leadership of a fearsome Eridar lord. The Legion already has 2 camps in this western portion of the zone, and it makes sense they would want to reactivate the nearby portal to bolster their forces. This much is confirmed in the Netherwing questline, where you are able to work with the Dragon Maw orcs who serve Illidan to take out both the summoners and the Eridar to keep their plans from coming to fruition. This is rather poetic, as it has you retracing the steps of Illidan and his followers, this time keeping the Violet Portal shut for good. Our journey now takes us north, to the barbaric lands of the Blade's Edge Mountains. Here, Death's Door can be found, an ashen gully hidden away from the rest of the zone. The Legion is currently using this portal, though it's only partially functional, to call terrifying wrath hounds to Outland. Baelmon the Houndmaster is the Eridar in charge of this base, and it seems he's able to temporarily harness these blue energies to make it function like a transporter, not a permanent portal. The druids of the nearby Evergrove are concerned with this encroachment, and the storyline in Blade's Edge brings you here to another boundary between Outland and the Beyond to quell the threat. 2 portals down, 2 to go. The third portal can be found in the damp land of Zangarmarsh, an alien swamp that looks like it belongs in the world of Avatar. Years ago, this was once called the Zangar Sea, but since Draenor's destruction, the water has subsided and now only a few lakes and rivers remain. On the edge of Marshlight Lake, a portal clearing sits near the water. This third site is different from the previous 2, as there are no signs of recent Legion activity. In fact, they seem to be avoiding Zangarmarsh entirely for the time being. The only demon who can be found here is Zelith, a defector of the Legion who now hides underneath the lake near the portal. Adventurers who work with the demon hunter Altruis can put this demon to rest using an enchanted silver spear, but it does not go down without a fight. Not much else is known about this greenish portal, but its placement on the former seafloor means it must have been built following Draenor's destruction. This probably holds true for all the others as well, as once Outland was sitting in the twisting nether, the Legion would be able to fully take advantage of this key world. We still have 1 portal to discuss, but there's a small problem. It's missing. These portals have been shown to have quite a bit of significance to the quest lines in Outland, and the 3 we've covered so far are even explicitly marked on their respective zone maps. This begs the question of, where could it be? We have 4 other zones to consider: Hellfire Peninsula, Terakar Forest, Netherstorm, and Shadowmoon Valley. Let's talk about a few theories. The most straightforward, though incorrect, assumption would be to make the Dark Portal itself our missing gateway. This doesn't work because, apart from the portal being canonically shut after the end of Warcraft 2, the Dark Portal connects directly to Azeroth, and I don't think it could have been switched over to be used as a Legion portal in the time before the Burning Crusade. The models of our gates also make clear that, while unique, they belong to the same series, unlike the much more imposing Dark Portal. A second idea is that this 4th portal serves no purpose and instead is just an Easter egg hidden in one of these zones. This theory also falls apart when we take a look at the map files for Outland. The existing 3 portals are very clearly named and documented, and there is no mention of a 4th apart from the Dark Portal and the time travel version inside the Caverns of Time. Despite this, there is actually still evidence to be found of our missing portal, just in a different format than what we might be used to. Let us look no further than the Black Temple cinematic trailer, which actually gives us a giant clue. See what you make of this.
The one they call the betrayer. The enemy of my enemy.
Magtheridon lures scores of hapless demons through them daily.
Then we must seal them permanently. We helped him seal the portals of Outland and cut off the Legion's reinforcements.
This right here seems to be our 4th portal, and judging from the textures and skybox, it is somewhere in Hellfire Peninsula. Even though it is nowhere to be found inside the game itself, I'd estimate from the skybox angle it would be somewhere over here. The most interesting part to me is that while these shots in the trailer are made with extra tools outside of the game engine itself, it seems like they actually filmed this Hellfire portal using the Twilight Ridge location in Nagrand. While the skybox and colors are different, you can clearly see some of these angles and assets are the exact same. It seems like our first portal is actually also our 4th portal, kinda, which still doesn't explain why the designers didn't just create another portal on the map, but hey, you gotta admire their creativity in turning one portal into 2. I've been wanting to research this puzzle for a long time, And after finally making this video for you all, I think it's been a successful endeavor. Now we know that our missing 4th portal that Illidan shut long ago is actually somewhere in the Hellfire Peninsula, but it just never ended up making it into the game. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, may the Force be with you.